Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from Columbia Ice Rink, Run Sports Broadcasting, bringing you the Howard Huskies hosting our Ashburn Extreme. So we are running a little bit behind. The game prior to us did go over their time clock by just a little bit. So stick with us, give us a few moments, and we'll be right back with you from Columbia Ice Rink here on Run Sports Broadcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are. We are back with you here on Run Sports Broadcasting. The teams, the Zamboni just got off the ice, and so we are now set for this game. Uh, Ashburn Xtreme traveling here to Columbia Ice Arena to take on the Howard Huskies. Should be a good game, should be a fun game. And players are now on the ice ready for their warm-ups. So stick with us here on Run Sports Broadcasting, and we will be right back with you shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we have this game. There will be another game for the Ashburn Extreme. They'll be traveling back home to take on the uh, Junior Black Bears, Maryland Junior Black Bears, this afternoon at 10 o'clock, which I will also be bringing to you right here on Run Force Broadcasting. We got about a minute and a half left. We have about a minute and a half left on of warm ups here, and then we'll be ready to go. So stick with me, and right here on Rush Sports, we'll be back with you in a moment. All right, so here we are. We're getting ready. 17 minutes, first period. Ashburn going to start with, looks like we got Alex Apostolescu with Zach Morse, and defense on the wings, Kevin Rubenstein and Aiden O'Neill, and going to be, the center is Josh Cow. So that's how we're going to start. Ashburn and the Huskies are going to counter the countering with Daniel King at center, Weber and Matt McGee on the wings. All right, so we're ready to go here. Face off, won by Josh Kyle. He sends it back. Now Vasilevsky over to Zach Morris. Now he sends it up, looking for O'Neill. O'Neill gets it into the zone, but take it right back by King. King for the Huskies sends it up to Weber. Weber dumps it in right on net. It's covered up there by Tommy DeVos, Ned. Now Kyle back in for this face-off. It's one back. Vasilevsky with it. He's looking up, tries to send it up for Rubenstein. It finally does get out. Now it's Powell looking, trying to get through. He gets it over to O'Neill. O'Neill, shot that goes wide in the net. Now we're on behind the net. Huskies with it. They move their way up, looking to get it out of the zone. Checked up off the board by Powell. And now Perrier coming through. He sends it up, trying to get it through, but it's held in there by O'Neill. O'Neill gets it around, but it's sent up. Now Ward with it for the Huskies. They get it out to center, but no farther as Ashburn looks to change the regroup. Now up leads. Grant leads, stumping it off. Nobody there. Picked up right there by Derek Overmeyer. Overmeyer working his way through. He sends it across. Tries to get that pass off. Can't. Ryan gets to it. Chris Ryan holds it. Now in the corner. Trying to work their way through. Working their way up. And out. Ward. Ward making his way across. Tries to get up. It's finally taken by Howard as they get it up the ice. Down the center and again. It's over there. Now working over now. It gets the center. Huskies around behind. Revich with it. Revich looking up. Revich working his way across. He sends it over for Sturbutzel, but Sturbutzel has to go back and retrieve it as it misses it. Now working his way up Ryan. Chris Ryan sending it up. He finds his Grant leads it and escapes. And back comes Weber for the Huskies. It's pushed back out. Now working to the middle. Push to someone. Revich gets it up the board. Trying to get it out. Now coming through, Donovan. Donovan sends it around in behind the board. He's in behind the net with it. Puck is still loose behind the net. O'Donnell with it now. O'Donnell working his way up. He sends it up, working the way through. It's kept in. Now sent across. Murphy sends it up across for Feliciano. Feliciano sends it up. It's tipped in by moves an edge and gets out to center. Now working his way through. Looking across. That's tipped in. No icing. But still coming in hard. Now behind the net, Conchar. Conchar fighting with it. Ashburn trying to get away from it. Nobody come through. Now Wu with it. Wu getting it across. Trying to get it over the water for a tree. As it's picked off and pushed out to center. He's sending it across. Looking his way in. Sent back out of the zone and down the ice. It's not going to get far enough for icing. Murphy is going to have to get that. He does get to it, sends it around, looking for Sturbutzel. Sturbutzel now looking to get up out of the zone. He finally sends it up. He gets it up for Wu. Wu sending it across, trying to get it over to our side. That wasn't Wu, that was Brian. That was Conchar getting it to Wu, but it didn't. Now, inside, saved by the post. Working their way through. Shot towards the net. That goes wide. Ashburn trying to get it out. Rubenstein fighting for it along the near side boards. Can't get out. Now inside the corner. And finally out to center. That's going to get down. Not far enough for icing, though. And it's kicked right back in. That's held in at the line by Powell. And now inside, near side corner. He almost got blown up. but he misses. Now misses the check. Now coming down low, looking O'Neill, sending it out front, looking. Couldn't quite get a stick on his towel. Otherwise, he had a short like shot right there on net. Now jumps right back in. Looking behind Bill, sending it up. He sends it all the way down. That's going to get far enough for icing, and that'll bring the face-off right back here inside the Huskies zone. 2:18 remaining here in the first period. The Huskies tied up at 0. Now face off, taking by Leeds. Leeds gets it back. He sends it around, working across, trying to get Ryan fighting for it here in the corner. Can't quite get it out. Now at the side of the net, puck is loose. The side of the net finally covered up and held onto by the netminder for looks like Carr is the netminder for the Huskies. Now face off, leads wins that face off back and almost pokes out the center. Now it does finally get down the center, but can't get it out and dumps right back in here as it's chased around behind the net. Carl sends it off to O'Donnell. He sends it right back to Ryan. Ryan trying to find it out front. Shot towards the net. That goes wide. And that comes off. So Rutherford taking his face off for Ashburn. He ties it up, gets it forward, and pushed forward now by Leeds. Now it's pushed around, can't get out. Going to be recovered by Shabutler. Shabutler sends it around for Rutherford. Rutherford sends it up looking for Leeds. Couldn't quite get it to him. Now sending it across, working through the middle. Leeds with it. Leeds behind the net. Shot towards the net. That goes off. Held in by Revich, but it's blocked out the play, and that'll give us a face-off right outside the Huskies zone. 11:03 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn and the Huskies tied up at 0. Now Feliciano in for this face-off. That's Contra with that face-off. Now working their way back, trying to get through. Tries to send it up for Wu. Wu had lost his stick, so he didn't have it. Now regrouping, Wu sends it back to let Contra get out of the zone. Now up Wu. Wu working his way into the zone. He looks, sends it back to Contra, sends it back down low for Wu. Taken back by Kingo, but held in along the line by Feliciano. Now through across Murphy. Shot towards that save. And not able to get the shot off as it gets out to center. Now across. Dumped in. Pushed into the zone. And now behind the net. Wu sends it back. Looking for Powell. It's retrieved by the Huskies. He's checked up off the play. The puck is loose. Shot towards the net by Wu. Saved, but it's loose. Now Powell trying to get it in the front, but couldn't quite get it to both Connor Baltima. And now back from the Huskies. Now around behind Murphy. Murphy coming up. Looking through. Trying to get across. He sends it up from O'Neill. O'Neill's working to play in. O'Neill can't quite get to it. It's sent back out to center and all the way down. And no icing as he was able to get to it. So puck is now down at the other end behind the net. Can't see who's got it right now. Looks like it comes out to center. Here comes Rubenstein as he pumps it into the zone and working his way through. Now, down low. Rubenstein fighting the Cal to get the puck. Now Borman comes in. Borman finally gets out to center. And as they come back to the middle, shot towards the net. and sticked aside by the post as they worked their way through. Now, Cal with it behind the Ashburn net. Xtreme working their way up. It's tipped by a Husky six, so no icing. And now O'Donnell with a chase stolen by O'Neill. O'Neill working his way through the middle. Can't get a shot off, though. Finally, sent down low. Pucks up in the air. O'Neill release. Now through the middle. Rutherford with a shot saved by the netminder. He'll hold on. And we'll get a face off to the left of the Huskies net. 8:32 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn and Howard Huskies held up at zeros. Now Rutherford in for the face-off for Ashburn. Face-off won by Howard. The Huskies, as they get through it, and bumped up off the play. Trying to work through. Puck is out loose. Couldn't quite get to it and kept in off the line. Tip. Now another shot. Shot by Rutherford gets blocked aside as it goes wide. Now kept in. Continuing to work it up, but finally, away as it comes. Now back, Ashburn's got it. That's Moore sending it up, getting it up for Leeds. Now chased by Rutherford. Rutherford's going to get to it. He sends it back to Leeds. Now to the middle. It's loose. Puck is still loose. Kept in at the line by Revich. Now behind Rutherford. He sends it out front. Looking for it. Loose. Loose puck. Still loose. All right, face-off coming up just to the right. Wu is in for the face-off here. That's an interesting look. Now sent up and out to center. Sending it up and out. It gets out to center. Working across. That's in. And that's icing as that pass missed Ryan. And so face-off going to go all the way to the other end of the ice to the right of netminder Tommy DeVoe. So Cal's in for this face-off for Ashburn. King in for Howell. Face-off won by King. Back. Now sending it towards the net. Puck is blocked out front by the offense, actually. Hit his own guy on the shot. But Ashburn looking to try and get out of the zone. Haven't been able to yet. I don't know if they're still tired from an early morning game, but not skating with the same level of enthusiasm and that we have been the last few weeks. Now, looking at that goes wide. Still working it out. Finally out to center, Murphy. Murphy sends it across as he gets it over to Feliciano. Feliciano dumps it in. Rubenstein with it now. Feliciano still got it. He gets it down low for Rubenstein. Rubenstein looking. Centering pass, but not able to get anyone to it. And now back down low. Working. As Howard looks to work their way out of the zone. Now moving up. Overmeyer with it. He takes a shot. That's blocked down by the netminder and still working their way out. Coming through, dumped out to center, and O'Neill giving chase. O'Neill takes it. He's got it. Shot hits the net that goes wide. Now sending it off for Leeds. Leeds working his way into the zone. Leeds coming in with it. He centers. No one there to get to it. Now Rutherford sends it back to the point. Shot. Save. Loose. And covered up by the netminder. And we'll get a face-off coming up to the left of the Howard Huskies net. Rutherford in for this face-off. He wins that one back clean to Donovan. Now gets out towards the middle. trying to send it out, not able to get it out. Moore spins it in. Rutherford with it. Rutherford sending it across. He gets it for one. Oh, and Lee couldn't get a stick on it. That was a great center pass, but not able to get a stick on it. And now back down to center. Donovan. Donovan looking wide to the middle. Lee shot saved by the netminder. Big save by netminder Carr for Howard. Looked like a sure goal, but that was a great save. We're down to 4:28 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn and the Huskies still locked up at 0 after a great save by the Huskies netminder. Now Conchar into the faceoff. He wins that one back. Tipped towards the net. And Levitz holds it along the boards. Now Brooke Ryan dumps off the puck. He's got it back though behind the net. If he looks to try and reset, but it's blocked down low. Now working the way through. Kept in at the line by Zach Norris. Shot. Gets through to the netminder. Good save. Conchar now back down low for Ryan. Right in front of you here. Big fight for the puck. Now Baltimore knocks it loose, gets it across. Checked up off by Taisha Conchar, but Howard gets it again. Now Borman. Borman sending it up. Finds his line blade over there, but he can't get it out past Simmons. It's up right back in. Now working their way through. And big check up the middle. Now Stubutzel getting it for Ashburn. He sends it around up the boards, sends it down. It's not going to be far enough for icing. Now O'Neill trying to get through, but take it right back now. Howard coming back, looking to get a shot on. They haven't had many shots on net. They've had zone time, Howard has, but they haven't had a lot of shots on net. Meanwhile, Ashburn has had less zone time and more shots, I believe. Now finally blocked up, out of play by, out of the zone by O'Neill, and Howard's going to have to reset. But the puck was locked up along the boards. Now finally working their way out. Sending it up, Rubenstein trying to tip it into the zone, but it gets tipped back the other direction. It's set right back up by Ashburn. Now up for O'Neill. O'Neill working his way through. O'Neill coming through. It's not forcing that on the backhand, goes wide. Kept in at the line. Another shot towards the net. Doesn't get through. And finally sent out by, he gets Martineau. Sent up. And it's dumped in by Ashburn. As they work their way through. Rutherford almost intercepted that. He got a break, but he pops his stick. And now back comes Howard. Shot towards the goal. Now working their way up. Donovan. Donovan coming through. He takes a shot. That's saved. Now back towards the net. Saved. Kept in at the line. Puck is loose. Puck is still loose behind the net here. Now Rutherford resets it back to Feliciano. Feliciano dodges one, takes a shot towards the net. That gets sticked aside by the netminder as he continues to work his way through. Now, sent all the way down, and that will be icing on the Huskies. So the faceoff is going to come right back down here to the left of netminder Carr. 1:05 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn and the Huskies tied up at 0. Now faceoff. Shot towards the net. That's saved by the netminder. Working their way through the roof. Now it goes for Conchar. Conchar trying to center it. Get it to anybody. Now it's loose. Oh, and Baltimore just missed the puck. It was hopping in front of the netminder. And back it goes. Now looking. Shot towards the net by Morris. Blocked away by Carr. He gets it out through the corner. Sent back out. Morse holds on to it, keeps the line, and now back on the Huskies. Huskies working their way up, trying to get through, but it's sent right back out. Wu tries to get to it. He can't. That's all right. That's Conchar, not Wu. Conchar gets to it, trying to send it out. It's stolen back by the Huskies, but they're going to have to regroup and clear the zone. They finally do. 16 seconds remaining here in the first period. Now sent out to center. Shot towards the net, sticked aside by Tommy DeVos with 5 seconds left as they move up the far side boards, trying to get through, and that will do it for the first period. So after one, Howard and Ashburn stuck up at zeros. So give them a moment to reset and take a break in between periods. We'll be right back with you here on Run Sports Broadcasting. All right, and we are back with you here, getting ready to start the second period. Howard and Ashburn tied up at zero. Ashburn going to start this one the same way they started the game. Cal, Rubenstein, and O'Neill on the wings. But we're going to have Revich and Butzel at D. That face-off taken and won by Howard as they look to reset now. Sent up, but that misses everybody. That should be taken. Oh, they're not calling icing. I don't know. They completely missed that one. Now a shot towards the net by Howard, but it's going to get out. Cal gets up to it. Cal sends it up for Rubenstein. Can't get it inside the zone. And now back comes Howard. Rubenstein gets it at center, though, as he picks it up and pushes it into the zone. And back comes Howard. Howard working the way through, trying to get to the center. Now look, a shot saved by DeVos, and that goes out of play. And we'll get a face-off right here. Now in for this face-off Rutherford. He wins that one back for Murphy. Murphy working his way around. He sends it around the board, gets up and out to lead. Can't get to it. Rutherford tries to tip that one out, but it's held in at the line. And now blocked out front by Murphy. Finally trying to work her way out. As Murphy sends it up, looking for Donovan. Murphy with it again. Now Feliciano. He sends it around. Murphy trying to send it up. Murphy sends it around. It gets up, but not out. Just push to that. That goes wide. Feliciano will get it for Ashburn. And he looks to reset. Sends it around. Murphy sends it up to the cross. Looking for Leeds. Leeds gets to it. Rutherford tries to poke it in. Now he leaves it for Leeds. Leeds with the shot. That gets sticked aside by the defense. Leeds down low. Rutherford getting it inside the zone. Keeping it along the boards. Leeds and Rutherford fighting for it with a host of Huskies. Now Leeds finally gets it out, but not able to get it on net. And back comes Howard. Howard working their way through. Feliciano sends it up. He looks across. He finds Donovan. Donovan with a shot towards the net that's saved and held on to by the netminder. And we will get a face-off inside the Huskies zone. Still early on in the second period, Howard and Ashburn tied up at 0. Now in for this face-off, Conchar. That face-off won by Howard, but they weren't able to get it past the Huskies as they hold the line and now sent around down low. Wu looking, sending it down low again. Continuing to work through Ryan. Now Ryan works his Howard works her way out with the puck. Coming back through, stopped up at the middle, but held in by the Huskies temporarily, now pushed out by Conchar. Huskies are getting it back, right back though. And back they come inside the zone. Coming wide, shot towards the net. That was fluttered. And that is a goal for the Howard Huskies. So they now take a 1-0 lead. So Howard up 1-0. Now Cal in for the face-off. Working their way through. Sending it out to Morse. Morse sends it across, looking for O'Neill. O'Neill dumps it down inside the zone. Behind the net, looking to get out with it. Can't. It's stopped up there by. Now the Huskies are finally going to take it out. No, Overmeier's going to regroup inside his own zone as he looks to get it out. He sends it down. He misses everybody. That should be icing, and it's waved off. Now Morse coming through. Morse working his way across. Inside, Howard takes it back. Now sends it across. O'Neill sends it through. Now kept in by Morse. Rubenstein sends it down low. Around behind the net for O'Neill. O'Neill pushes it off of Cal. Cal gets to it, sends it right back. Tries to send it back for Apostolescu, but it comes all the way out and all the way back down the ice. Now it's Apostolescu gets it. He sends it. Looking for Morse. Morse sending it up. Tipped up by O'Neill. He sends it into the zone. Now leads with it. Leads. Can't get to it. And now working their way back. Now sent it low. It goes wide. Apostolescu. Now pushed off. Morse. Now coming out with it is King. King looking to center. He can't. Sent back up top. That's hitting by. And sent out. O'Neill is still out on the ice. I don't know if they're double shifted him or if he just hasn't gotten himself off. And now it's sent up to O'Neill. O'Neill working his way in. He takes a shot. That's saved. Rutherford giving chase in the corner. He tries to push off King. Kept in at the not kept at the line. It is tipped out. Now Revich sending it in for O'Neill. O'Neill working his way through. He sent it across for Leeds. Leeds sends it around behind the net. Rutherford's with it. Rutherford is checked from behind, and there's a penalty upcoming on on the Huskies. Shot towards the net, saved. Another shot by Strabutzel. Now a shot by Leeds, saved. And finally picked up by the Huskies, and they will be having a 2-minute penalty. They're going to call for roughing, but that was clearly a hit on the numbers. But we're going to call roughing. So 2 minutes for roughing. Power play upcoming here for Ashburn. That was O'Donnell with the penalty for roughing. So Strabutzel's now in for this faceoff. That's one back by the Huskies. It's sent around and out of the zone. And so Ashburn going to have the lead through. Kyle sends it up to Strabutzel. Still working his way in. Down low. Sent up, but it misses everybody. And it is icing. Now Morse. Morse sends it up. Puts it on, gets it into the middle of the ice, but goes right back out to center. Now sent across. There's Donovan. Donovan looking. Donovan trying to decide what to do with it. He decides to send it around to the other side. Back to the point. There's a shot by Norris that goes wide of the net. Now, Howard, but he drops it off looking for Donovan, but it's sent all the way back down by Howard, and it's not going to make it. So back out there goes. Now it's sent up for Rubenstein. Now Howard coming in short-handed. And goes high up over the net. Pins down low. Now Rutherford flips. Rutherford cleans it up. He finds Donovan. Donovan working his way in. Trying to get down low. Can't. Taken back by Rubenstein. Down through the middle. Can't get to it. And now here comes Howard. Howard dumps it out. So I don't know. They waved off the icing again, and I'm not sure why. Now through the middle leads. Now Strabuzzo. Strabuzzo working his way into zone. He's harassed, but he does get it down at least inside the zone, and then sent around, and that will do it for the Huskies penalty. Now Rutherford trying to work his way in. Can't. Take it back by Strabuzzo. Strabuzzo working his way in. Trying to get back towards cannot. Rutherford holds the line. Oh, it gets around him. Now Rutherford with it. Sending it up. Can't get it up to Leeds, or Blue. That's what he was looking for. Trying to get through. Rutherford. Shot. Block. Now Rutherford giving chase. He sends it down and into the zone. Now Howard working their way out. Coming through center. Can't get out of the zone. They're going to have to regroup to the other side. Finally sent up. Taken there by Feliciano. Feliciano sends it over for Murphy. Murphy sending it back around. Looking. Feliciano sending it up. He gets it for Wu. Wu working his way through. Trying to dump it in. And the puck is really rolling on the Ashburn players because that's about the fifth player that's whipped on a pass or a dump in. Now working their way through. Sending it up. Now here comes Boltima. Boltima working his way up for Conchard. Conchard coming into the zone. Looking wide. He sends a shot towards the net that goes wide. Now Murphy looking down low. Now on the far side boards, held in by Feliciano. Feliciano sidesteps one Husky, takes a shot. That goes wide. Now Boltima with it. He gets it down low for Ryan. Ryan's down low with it. Now coming low is that Wu? I think that might be Wu with it. Finally sent out by the Huskies. It's going to go all the way down. And that one is icing. So finally, an icing call being floating dead. And face-off coming up to the right of the Howard Huskies net. We are down to 7:34 remaining in the second period. Ashburn trailing in this one 1-0. Now Cal went for the face-off for Ashburn. He wins that one across. Trying to get the puck on that. Can't. Kostelescu can't hold the zone, and it'll come back out to center and just reset by Morse. Morse sends it in for O'Neill, but tipped out of play, and we'll get a face-off just outside the Huskies zone. 7:21 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn down 1-0 to the Huskies. Now that face-off taken and won by it was won by Ashburn, but it was sent in by the Huskies. Now Morris with it. Morris working his way out. Sending through. He gets it up for Rubenstein. Rubenstein coming in. Shots. Goal. That goal. Rubenstein. I think that's Rubenstein, and I believe the assists on that one are going to go Morse to O'Neill. So Huskies, or excuse me, Ashburn, able to tie this thing up, and we are tied up at 1 with 7:02 remaining here in this second period. Now in for this face-off Rutherford for Ashburn. He goes up, he wins that one across, he gets it for Redditch. Redditch sending it up for Donovan. Donovan trying to get inside the zone. Can't. Got it in for Leeds. Leeds now trip. And there's a call coming. So out of that tripping call, and we will get a face off inside the Howard Huskies zone. So tied up at 1. Number 3 Weber is the one with the penalty for tripping. And they're resetting here. All right. 6:42 remaining in the second period. Tied up at 1. Ashburn now up on the power play. Now sends it around. Ashburn's got it down low. He sends it down low for Rubenstein. Rubenstein looking. He resets for Stabusser, now to Rubenstein. Rubenstein continuing to work, trying to get across. O'Neill with it. He resets to the point, but Morris wasn't there. And now they'll have to regroup. Now Stabusser with it. Stabusser sending it across. He pushes it up for O'Neill. O'Neill sidesteps a player, and it looked like the puck might have come out, but apparently it did not. Now Morse with it. He's got a clean shot, but it's saved. The goaltender saw it all the way in, and we'll get a face-off to his right. Now that face-off tied up, but kept in by Morse. Shot towards the net, save. He pushes it aside. Carter is kept in there. Oh, it's not kept in. It hops the stick of Stabutzel. And now it sits wrong. It gets inside the zone. Now back towards the net. Now Morse not able to handle the bouncing puck, and so face-off, out to the face-off dots as he regroup. Now inside the zone, sent right back out by the Huskies as they're killing this thing. Now Stabutzel gets to it. He's going to regroup. He sees Morse. Morse coming through. It's poked off his stick. He sends it through. It's kept in by Murphy. Murphy with it. Murphy down low. Sending it across. Can't get it through. Now a shot out front. Kept in. And out to center. Morse with it. Morse skating up with it. He's looking. Can't get a shot off. He skated himself into bad ice. And now it goes right back out to center. Now looking Murphy. Murphy to Rutherford. Rutherford looking up. He finds Donovan. Donovan trying to send it across the lead, but it's poked off his stick. And now back we go. Feliciano rubs off the player. Good battle for that puck. He gets it up. Now looking up. Murphy sends it up for Leeds. Leeds with it. Leeds tries to get it to Rutherford, but it's intercepted. Push right back to Leeds by Apostolescu. And now into the zone. Feliciano can't get to it. Now Rutherford. Rutherford sending it around. Oh, no, he doesn't send it around. Now finally out. And out. It's the first of the Leeds. Leeds isn't forgotten. Murphy sending it. Murphy. Yeah. Trying to get through Ryan now. Lots of play in the neutral zone. And it's dumped back in by the Huskies. Recovered here by Murphy. Murphy's got it. Murphy looking up. He sends it to Donovan. Donovan dumps it in. Wu's going to go ahead and give chase. Down low. Now, Feliciano, he sends it towards the net. That's pushed aside. Now, fighting for it in the corner. Wu. He's got a host of Huskies there with him. Now, to the side of the net. Big check. And Botima back for Wu. Wu looking out front. Can't get to it. He's checked up off the play. Now, Botima's checked up off the puck. And Howard looks to get out. And kept in by Murphy. Murphy dumps it back for Botima. Botima sends it down low. And finally sent out. And no icing. They're going to say that Murphy touched it, but he did not. But that's what they're going to say. Now, that pass intercepted. With a shot saved by the post. And Hoover gets it up and out. Now working his way through Ryan. Ryan working his way through center. He's on the near side board. And finally stops up to the corner. He's still got it though. Trying to send it down for Wu. Now send it around. Both team are going to give chase in the corner. He checks the player off the puck. And now back comes Howard. Howard working their way back to center. Now getting across the blue line. On the far side boards. Looking wide. King trying to center. He does. That goes high up over the now. Obermar sends it up and intercepted. And now Revit's going to get called for interference. So they're coming through, trying to, they got the interference call. So penalty, that's that's to Revich. Revich got the interference call. So Ashburn now going to the penalty kill with a minute 40 remaining here in the second period. It looks like a timeout was taken. I'm not sure by who, but here on Rust Sports Broadcast, we'll be right back with. All right, so Howard going to the power play here. The Huskies are face off one by Cal. He sends it around for Vasilevsky, but he loses an edge. And now down behind the net, they will work. Now, Rubenstein just trying to get it out of the zone. Not able to, though. It's held in by the Huskies. Now inside the corner. Now around. Chased down by Morse. But Howard's able to hold his own. And now still can't get it out. He just dumped back in and around. Now, Morse with it. Morse working his way out of the zone. Not able to get out of the zone. Still held in. Still works the shot towards the net that goes high up. Net, looking for the tip, but it goes wild. Howard continuing to work the puck. Now towards the net. Shot saved by the post. Again going wide. Vasilevsky trying to get to it. Can't send it out of the zone. There's 39 seconds remaining in this period. And it finally does get out. and that is offside, and that'll give us a face-off just outside the Ashburn zone. So face-off just outside the Ashburn zone. 55 seconds remaining on the penalty to Revich, and 35 seconds remaining in the period. Rutherford's in for this face-off. And that one is won by Howard as they get it through, and it's dumped in and pushed on. Now listen, sending it around, gets up off the boards, and puck goes out of play. No, sorry, out of the zone. Howard looking to and they lose an edge by not able to take advantage. Coming low, shot towards the net, goes off the side. 7 seconds left. Shot towards the net, plugged down by Feliciano, and he'll just send it up. And Rutherford just going to send it out of the zone. And that'll do it for the second period. So after two, Ashburn and Howard tied up at 0. Ashburn still 20 seconds remaining on their penalty to Revich, and then they'll be back at full strength. So 1-1 after 3 periods. Hang with us here on Rut Sports Broadcast, and we'll be right back with you for the third period. All right, so face-off won by Howard as they worked their way back on the power play, working it through center. Sorry, having a little trouble with my mic here, guys. All right, so back in now. Morse recovering for Ashburn, trying to get it out. It hops in. The ball will get a face-off into his left. So to the left of the Ashburn net. And Ashburn is back at full strength, and Rutherford would be going out there with his line and his line mate. All right, Rutherford into the faceoff. He wins that faceoff. That gets it through. Now, they're not trying to find a lead. And this is everything, and that is icing. That just top leads is 6 on that pass by Morse. I said it was the Buffalo with Morse. The Buffalo just came back up, came on that. So, oh, he's not on the ice. Sorry. But that was Morse. All right, Rutherford in for this faceoff. That one won by Howard. Working their way through, trying to get out it, able to get out. Now leads. Just around one. Leads working through. Now around it's crossed. Sorry about that, guys. I got my little battery going. That's up there. But Rutherford is held in, and there's going to be a penalty. It was 2 minutes for roughing on Rutherford. Not sure that I saw what the hit was. But, so face off won by Ashburn is we're back at on the penalty kill for the next 2 minutes on Rutherford's penalty for the lead. Now working through set towards the net. It gets not able to get it out of the zone. It's held in at the line. Now working our way through. Shot held onto by the post, and we'll get a face off to his right. So a minute 31 remaining here in the period. Ashburn, Ashburn and the Huskies locked up at one. All right, so face off one there by Powell. He's trying to get it out of the zone, can't get it out of the zone. Now working towards the middle shot that goes off the post, and now working their way up. Finally sent out of the zone. Now give a chase there. Fatima, he loses an edge. There's now a penalty. Shot towards the net, almost a shorthanded goal. Good save by Carr as it gets off to the center. Now working their way out. Howard trying to get back into the zone, cannot. Keep being bottled up outside the zone for the most part here on the. Now working their way back through. Coming across, down the near side boards. Shot, penalty pass. That shot goes wide. Now on the board, held in by the Huskies. Now resetting to the other side, shot towards the net by Borman, and that shot is held onto by the post, and we'll get a face-off to the post left. 17 seconds left on the penalty to Rutherford. 14 minutes remaining in the period. Not sure what the play is. Looks like maybe there's an issue with the helmet for, there may be a equipment issue, possibly, that they're trying to work with the goaltender over there, the host. I know they're trying to work the issue with the net. So, why was it supposed to be? Well, Wells in net now. I had not seen that. So, timeout being taken by Ashburn, so that they can fix the issue. But Wells is, I don't know what time he left, but it was Wells. It's definitely a net. So I don't know. Maybe I missed them switching somewhere along the way. Uh, Either way, Ashburn 17 seconds remaining on their uh, penalty to Rutherford. 14 minutes remaining here in the third period, and they are tied up at one. So now face-off coming up to the right of netminder Scotty Wells. Now finally out, trying to get it out, can't. Shot towards the net, gloved down by Wells. He'll hold on, and 9 seconds now remaining on the penalty to Ashburn. Now working their way out. Vasilevsky. That will do it for the power play for Howard. Nick gets up. not out. And now working their way through. He gets up for Rubenstein. Rubenstein swinging it across for O'Neill. He gets it into the zone. He's chasing it down, but he's not able to get the shot on net. Picked up over. Rubenstein trying to kill the puck around the near side board. Rubenstein gets it down here. Still working. It finally goes across now for O'Neill. O'Neill out front. Shot by Kyle. Save. It's loose up front. And another shot towards the net. Saved by Carr. He'll hold on. And we'll get a face-off to the right of netminder Carr for the Howard Huskies. Cal's line is out there with Rubenstein and O'Neill. Cal's going to take this face-off right in front of you here. That face-off tied up, taken back by Howard. Howard working the way up. Inside, shot towards the net, saved by Wells. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off to his right now. So we are down to 13:05 remaining here in the third period. Still tied at 1. Rutherford's now in for this face-off. Sending it around. He wins that face-off, and Ashburn able to send it around. Now trying to work their way in. They're sent in, but well off sides as Foreman had not gotten out of the... Sorry, not Foreman. It's not Foreman. Foreman's on the defense. Couldn't get out of the zone. So now face-off coming up at center, because that's where the pass originated. That face-off won by Rutherford. Sent back to Feliciano. Feliciano from Morse. Rutherford trying to tip it on. Couldn't. And he brings the puck back. Now Rutherford, he gets around one. Looking through the middle. Tries to center it for Donovan. He couldn't quite get his stick on it, though. And that's sent back out to center. Resetting. Now, Rutherford coming in. Shot towards it. Saved. Gets through. And puck is loose out front. Oh, shot by Donovan goes wide. Now, spun off. Leads. Working for the puck. Trying to get through. Donovan with it. Rutherford hit. Puck is loose. No penalty there on the interference on Rutherford. And now working their way out. Kentucky leads was offsides. He stepped in a little early. And so we'll get a face-off now. I think that pass originated from the defensive zone. So face-off comes all the way down to the other end. Working their way out, sent towards the net, and held on to by Wells, and we'll get another face-off outside to the left of netminder Scott Wells. So face-off coming up in face-off won by Ashburn, and now here he comes. Down the line, move, takes a shot blocked away. Now Montana will be behind. Looking out front, puck is still loose. Move with it, sends another puck towards the net. The puck is still loose. Can't get it out, but they can't get it in the net either. And continuing to fight for it along the boards, working their way out. Ultima. Now puck comes out, working their way through. Sent up, but kept in at the line by Revich. Revich sends it down low for Wu. That's tipped on. Now pushed out of his, netminder played it. He was going to try and push it out of the zone, but he wasn't able to. Now Ashburn really bringing the pressure. It sits around to the other side. The bunker gets to it. He sends it around for Ultima. Ultima sends it on. Ultima looking. He resets to the point for Revich. Revich with the shot towards the net that goes wide. Now another step off the buckle. That's tipped up, but it goes over the net. Now it's moving to the far side boards as they come through. Here comes Ultima. Yeah, he can't keep the puck in the zone. It gets out to center. Now Huskies coming back. They can't get it into the zone. Stopped up and sent right back out. Pushed through. And here comes the Huskies. There's Overmeyer. Overmeyer working his way through. trying to get through. Shot towards the net, saved by Wells. He'll stick it off to the corner and working their way up. Trying to get through. And out to center it goes. And now, I don't know if that was offsides or no, they call it right as we touched it, as Ashburn touched it. So I don't know. We're gonna say offsides. That's what it was. Offsides. 10:16 remaining here in the third period. Howard and Ashburn tied up at 1. Now Cal into the faceoff. He wins that back to O'Neill. O'Neill sends it over. Looking for Morse. Morse sending it up. Looking for Rubenstein. He dumps it into the zone. Now Cal with it. Cal with a shot. That goes wide. Now down low. O'Connell with it. O'Connell sends it around. Stopped it by Rubenstein. Can't get out of the zone. It's held in. That's a line by now Rubenstein trying to get through him here. He sends it across him. O'Neill fighting for him and Rubenstein trying to get through. Finally sends out Rubenstein. And he's losing the edge and he loses the puck in the process. Then now comes Howard. Howard dumping it in, trying to get through. Now Morse. Morse working his way through. Behind the net. Sends it up, looking for Rubenstein. And now here comes Cal. Cal looking up for Rubenstein. Sends it too far, and that is icing. And face-off are going to come up inside the Ashburn end. 9:18 remaining here in the third period. Huskies and Xtreme locked up in a good one. Rutherford now in for this face-off. And face-off won by Rutherford. He gets it up and out to Leeds. Leeds coming in wide. He bypasses one, though, and back out to center. Now Rutherford gets through one, gets through another, and almost gets through the last defender. Now it's not towards the net, locked up. Looking down low, gets out to center, and resetting. Now across, Rutherford trying to tip it on, couldn't, and now back out comes the Howard Huskies. There's a shot towards the net, saved by Wells. Push aside. Now Donovan. Donovan looking up, looking for Leeds. That's tipped on. So no icing. Not Leeds with it here. Leeds along. More trying to get through. Can't. And it gets out to center. Resetting. Now Leeds looking to get it up. He dumps it in. Looking for Voltima. Voltima overskates it. And now working their way through. Now coming through. Looking one night, and then Howard gets out to center. Pushing it out. Chasing it down. Feliciano giving chase behind. And now he comes up behind the net. Working his way through. Now down low. Trying to get through the camp. Now out to center as it gets pushed out, but Howard still has it. Trying to get through. And now finally, here comes Murphy. Murphy's dropping it off. But, I'm sorry, that was Conchar, but he drops it off to the Huskies. And then it's aside by Wells. Wells pushes it on to Conchar. Conchar and Murphy locked up behind the net. In the far side corner. And now out they come. Pushing it out, Cal. Now here comes Ryan. Ryan coming in. Shot towards the net. Brought down by Carter. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off to the right of the Howard Husky net. 7:08 remaining here in the third period. Ashburn and Howard locked up at 1. Now Kyle in for this face-off for Ashburn. He's going to go up against Weber. He wins that face-off back. Kyle does. To Subusel. Subusel trying to send it in, getting it over for O'Neill. O'Neill getting chased inside the corner. Taken back, though, by O'Donnell. Now that glove hit towards the net. Glove down, though. As they look to push it out. Can't keep it out of the zone. Now shot towards the net. Shot. Whoa, that's tipped and saved. It goes wide. And now working their way through. Now Subusel with it in his own zone. As he looks to get back out, he gets it up for Rubenstein. Ruben side to Cal. Cal coming on along the inside boards. It's poked off the stick, but kept in by Rubenstein. Now down low here, Rubenstein. He's checked up off the play by block. Sent around by O'Neill. Now front shot. Save. So that puck was definitely in the net, but the ref missed it down low because he was out of position, and that happens. So now Rutherford in for the faceoff. Rutherford sends that one forward, looking low, pushes up the zone, trying to get through. Down low. Now, as Howard comes away with it, working their way up the ice, coming through. Now working their way up, leads, trying to get to it. That's going to be icing. And we'll get a face-off back inside the Ashburn end. 5:46 remaining in the game. The scoreboard says 1-1. It should be 2-1, but you know, as an official, sometimes you're out of position, you just don't see it. But face-off won by Howard. They dump it back down low. Still working through. Working their way out. Kept in, though, by Howard. Sent towards the net. Now Morse. Working their way up. Shot towards the net. And offside? Not sure. Or calling it a hand pass, maybe. I'm not sure what the call is there, why they blew it dead. Probably offside. So we'll get a face off just outside the Ashburn zone. 5:19 remaining here in the third period. Cal's in for the face-off. That's won by, well, it was won by the Huskies. We're taking right back by Ashburn now. Tipped in, no ice. And down low it comes. Rubenstein, give it chase. Taken by Ward. Now working his way through. King coming through center. He's stopped up by the Huskies defense at the line. Now coming back around, setting it low. Murphy pushing it up. Can't get it out of the zone. O'Neill trying, he does get it out of the zone, but it's taken right back by the Huskies as they work their way through. Now Feliciano. Working their way through. Coming across. Now Ashburn trying to get through, but take it back by the Huskies as they look to regroup. Now tipped up to center. Can't get through center, though. Now dumped in by the Huskies finally and recovered there by Murphy for Ashburn. Ashburn looking to break out. Sent up. Can't get it out, or they do get it out of the zone, but give it right back to the Huskies. Now working their way through, sending it across. Howard coming in. Now down low. Centering pass. Missed. Now Ryan with it. Ryan harassed and the puck taken back by the Huskies as they work towards the middle and trying to get out of the zone. And finally checked down out of play. So they're going to face off inside the Ashburn zone. We are down to 3:30 here left in the game. Ashburn and Howard locked up at one. Rutherford will be in for this face-off. Going up against King. That face-off won by Rutherford. He sends it back for Revich. Revich sends it up for Donovan. Donovan trying to get it out of the zone. He does get it out of the zone. Now finally sent out To center, leads, give and chase. Down low. Trying to send it up. Finally gets out to center as Howard coming back. Looking. Now down low, Rutherford. Rutherford setting it up for Leeds. Gets just behind Leeds. And now coming up, being sent up. He's got Leeds. Leeds inside the zone, but it's tipped off. Now Rutherford for the send for Leeds, but it's off at his backhand. And he can't handle it and bring it to his forehand for the shot. Now a shot towards him that goes wide. Looking low, Revich. Now coming out to center. Oh, it is held in at the line by Howard. Howard takes a shot towards the net. That's blocked away. Still finally and sent all the way down the ice by Leeds. And we'll get a face-off inside the Ashburn end with 2:21 remaining in the game. These two clubs locked up at 1. That face-off won by Conchar. He sends it around, looking, trying to get up, trying to get out. Well, Taylor can't get it out of his zone, though. It's held in, and now that gets high and blocked away by Wells. Almost blocked that one down into his own net. Now working their way out. Here comes O'Neill. Working down low. Coming through. And up comes Howard. But they can't get it past the Huskies defense in the neutral zone. Trying to get them to the zone. Held in by Botima. Botima working, tries to center it for Wu. Couldn't quite get to him. And back comes the Howard Huskies. They get out to center. Ward coming in across the blue line. Kicks off his stick. But he hold on to the puck and now finally take it back by Morris. Morris looking to try and send it up. Now towards the net shot. Gloved down by Wells. He'll hold on. And we'll get a face-off inside the Ashburn end. $121 remaining here in the period, or in the game. 1-1. Now Cal into the faceoff. He ties it up. And now back towards the net. Shot. Not able to get out to it, though. Now, Leeds. He gets up. Rubenstein tipped it, but he tipped it on the wrong side of ice of center. So that's icing. And we'll get a face-off back in the Ashburn end. Cal's in for this face-off. Down to a minute 2. Face-off. Won by Cal. He sends it back. It scores. And he gets out. And there's no icing as that is touched by the Huskies. And now down low. Rubenstein working low. Trying to get low. O'Neill sending it down low. He sends it around. Now over Then Cal. Cal sends it down low for O'Neill. O'Neill behind the net. Can't quite get it out. And puts it up. And sends up now through center. As the Huskies come back. Shot towards the net. Left down and saved by Wells. He'll hold on and we'll get a face on the single joint. That might have Scott Wells. 27 seconds left. New set of forwards for the Xtreme. Rutherford in for this face-off. That face-off won by Rutherford. Sits around now behind the net. Trying to get it out. It finally does get out. Now working his way through Donovan. Donovan checked up off the puck. Now Rutherford slams against the boards. And now still trying to work through. Held in there by Botima. I think that's Botima on that side. Rutherford with it. He sends it back to Revich. Revich shot towards the net. Save. And that'll do it. Ashburn and the Huskies skating to a 1-1 tie. Although that's because the goal by Ashburn was not called a goal. And so in the record books, this will go as a tie, but it should have been a 2-1 victory for the Xtreme. Either way, good game, good solid, good competition. And these guys will. So Ashburn will be traveling back over to Ashburn to see for a evening matchup against the Junior Black Bears at 5:20, and I'll be bringing that for you right here on Rudd Sports Broadcasting. So thanks for watching. Stick with us. Be safe out there, and we'll see you at 5:20 from Ashburn Ice House. This is Rudd Sports Broadcasting signing off.